Hello everyone, welcome to another video. For those of you who's first time watching, my name is Yair and I opened this YouTube channel in order to share with you my view on certain things in life from my own experience, and hopefully I can provide any kind of value for any of you. Okay, so today I want to talk about quitting, about people quitting. When I grew up, my mom used to always tell me, don't quit. No matter what you start, don't quit. She used to tell me that if I quit one time, I would quit another time and I would quit the time after. And that thing will give me legitimation to keep quitting when it's hard. That's what my mom used to tell me. Whether if it was in school, I wanted to quit school, I wanted to quit some courses from school, I wanted to not study to exams, I wanted later on in high school, same, just to quit all the time, my courses, my studies. And now I'm in my bachelor, also now in my bachelor, I'm in my last year of my bachelor, and I faced so many moments where I was like, maybe I should quit, because I don't feel like it, because it takes a lot of my time, because the study is too hard, because I don't feel like I develop myself, because I feel like I'm wasting my time. But then all the time I remember my mom used to tell me, don't quit. And I think if I would quit in the first time that she told me not to, I wouldn't be here today talking with you about not quitting, because I would be a quitter. And I would probably quit from my studies and my bachelor and whatever. And it can go on every aspect in life. Ask yourself, when is the last time that you didn't quit? That you started something and you finished it. Whether it's studies, whether it's a business, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's uh, working on a relationship and you should work on it instead of quitting, whether it's a new job. When was the last time you held a job more than 6 months? There is a value to start something and finish it, in my opinion. It gives you the tools to deal with hard situations in life, with uncomfortable situations in life. And it also comes from the understanding that life is hard, not you're not gonna always have a fun time and exciting time and you feel like you are developing the way you wanna, you know sometimes you just need to lay your head down and keep moving forward. That's how it's done. When was the last time you went to the gym and kept training? you know when was the last time you kept going to that yoga class? When was the last time you grinded on that science class? Whatever. And being true to yourself and keep your own word to yourself about certain things, that's another topic I wanted to talk about, but it's another video. But it relates to that. Nothing good comes out of quitting. And on the other hand, when you're not quitting, you start to build up your winnings in a way, because quitting doesn't have to be big on a big scale. Winnings doesn't have to be on a big scale. Not quitting is just wake up in the morning and treating yourself right. It can be not quitting from your routine, not quitting from your training routine, It can be not quitting from your reading routine. Maybe you set a goal to read a few pages a day, you know. When was the last time you didn't quit? Ask yourself that and be true to yourself. That's an important question, in my opinion. At the moment, I have the gym that I go to almost every day, 6, 7 times a week. Sometimes 7, sometimes 6. I keep doing that for a few years now. I have my bachelor that I'm about to finish, although at times I didn't want to. Every day the struggle to go to the gym and bettering myself is hard, but I'm not quitting from that. And I also talked about it in my first video. I think it was my first video about decisions that I'm making. If I know a certain thing is beneficial for me, then I would keep doing it regardless. It's also connected to that. If you know something you're doing is good for you, if you're reading, if you're doing yoga, if you're going to the gym, if you're eating good, if you whatever, if you know quitting will do bad for you, then why quit? Why quit? Ask yourself, why quit? Because it's hard? Because it's hard physically? Because it's boring? Yeah, that's okay. Life is boring sometimes, and life is hard physically sometimes, and life is hard mentally most of the time. But you need to top that. You need to top that, and you need to implement that in your head. So try to start something and not quit. It can be anything. Again, it can be training, it can be whatever. I just see a lot of people around me quitting from stuff they're doing. And I'm not saying I'm better, but for me, that's one of the values that I grew up on. That's what my mom used to tell me, and I think it gave me a lot of tools to handle a lot of things today in my adult life, in my more adult life. Because when you're younger, you just want to quit out of everything, basically. You want to quit out of kindergarten sometimes. You want to quit out of school. You want to quit out of high school. You want to quit out of that shitty job you have. You want to quit out of that bachelor. You want to quit out of that course. Just because you don't like the people, just because you don't like the subject, just because it's wasting your time, just because you don't get the results you think you would get. You opened a new business and it's been a few months and you don't see results, you want to quit. You know, good things takes time. Good things takes time, and for sure quitting will not benefit that. When was the last time you didn't quit for a while? It's a question I ask myself almost every day. And again, as I told you, it's a daily win, you know, it's a daily work and it's a daily win. Whether it's going to the gym, whether it's reading, whether it's working on yourself, whether it's another day in the business, or whether it's another day in this class, or whether it's another day working on that relationship and not quitting. Quitting is easy. You can always quit, like press on that button and don't look back, you know. But if you quit, most of the time you cannot go back. But as long as you keep going and not quit, you can always quit. But then again, you shouldn't. But you get the mentality behind it. Like, as long as you don't quit, everything is possible for you. That's what I meant. As long as you don't quit, everything is possible for you. If you quit, you're a quitter. Congratulations. You know? It's what my mom used to tell me. If you quit once, you're gonna quit all the time. And today I agree with her. And as time goes by, it's just getting clearer what she meant, you know. I assume that for each one of us, we have a lot of things in our daily life that we just rather quit than stay, you know. I work now in a job that I don't like, and my studies are about to end, but there were times, a lot of times, that I didn't want to finish my studies. And relationships that I've been in, instead of working on that, I wanted to quit. And some skills that I acquired, if it's reading, if it's training, if it's eating well, if it's trying to create YouTube channels like this one, and trying to create businesses. And I'm not saying I'm on the top of the mountain, but quitting will not get you anywhere. And as long as you do not quit, you are moving forward, basically. So yeah, I think this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. So just ask yourself, when was the last time I didn't quit? Although I knew that one thing would be benefit for me if I don't quit. There's only one rule: don't quit. And if you have an answer, and you think you can think about one thing like that, maybe try to start it again, but this time just don't quit. Just imagine, what can you achieve in 6 months? What can you achieve in 1 year? What can you achieve in 2 years, 5 years? If you open that business now, where would that business will be in 2 years? My dad also always used to tell me, when I wanted to quit school, but he used to tell me, you know, time will pass anyway, so you might as well do your best at school. I'm not saying I did my best at school, but at least I didn't quit. You know, not quitting is an achievement, in my opinion, because almost everyone quits. Almost everyone quits. It's easy to quit. So as my dad told me, I'm gonna tell you, time passes by anyway. So think of what can you achieve in the next 5 years if you do not quit. If you do what you should do, and you know you should do it. If it's that business that can give you fruits in 5 years, if it's that relationship that can be way better in 5 years if you work on it properly, if it's that YouTube channel, if it's your health, where your health can be in 2 to 5 years if you just not quitting from the plan that you made yourself. You know, eating well, training. Where is your knowledge will be in 2 to 5 years if you don't quit from reading? Even if you don't like reading, you know, doesn't matter. Even if you don't like it, it will benefit you. And if you don't quit, you acquire the skill of doing something you don't like because you have to do it, because you're not a quitter. And this is what life is. A lot of the times you're going to do things you don't like, that you have to do in order to get money, in order to whatever. Everybody has to go through those things. So one thing I would tell you, do not quit. And the tip for me to you today, yeah, I guess this is it, you know, maybe try to think of one thing you could do, or maybe you did it already, but you did quit before, and try to do it and try to stick to it. Try to acquire slowly the skill of not quitting when it's getting hard. And in my opinion, each to his own, but in my opinion, the physical part is the hardest for me to not quit from. And this is where I develop the hardest skin, you know. When I go to the gym, when I do my cardio, and when I do the physical stuff, and if I don't quit there, then I can also not quit in other fields that are easier for me not to quit from. But each to his own, you know. So just try to find that one thing. It can be reading, it can be simple stuff, it can be waking up early, it can be eating right, it can be whatever. And the one thing you need to do, there's only one rule: do not quit. That's exactly that rule. And that's it. Okay, I guess that's enough. I'm gonna go to the gym. So have a good day. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.